Standing. Hello everyone, my name is Notepad and on REDUX Games for Fun. So what are we doing today? Today we're going to be working on more caps, yes. So as you can kind of see, I am doing some things. I made some changes. Don't look at Bimbo Legolas, that was for a joke. Yeah, I've been trying to do some gens on things. I think I have the one I want. I might get put somewhere else, generally speaking, but basics things, did some things beforehand, updated some of the assets, made sure everything was in place effectively. I'm still debating on this. Part of me, part of me wants to do the void thing, part of me doesn't. I need to put one right here. I've been kind of debating on what I want to put there. But did security kind of hammered out security features a little bit there. Actually, so basic things there. We got some ideas of evidence and such behind how disguises work and all of that. We got some neat art here, securing the objective. Then we have the idea of tick combat. Now, tick combat was the kind of thing we worked on last time. We did a little bit of work here. Two big things changed. One, I added in this. This is the idea of position and steps. Instead of having SD, instead of having space distance, the old reliable of space distance, I chose to have positions and steps, which I believe to be a decent compromise, if not a perfect compromise, but something. The idea behind a position and step is actually borrowed a little bit from, pretty extensively, from Song of the White Carnations. The entire idea is, instead of having a strict where you are on a map, instead you're going to be choosing a position and how far away you are from an enemy. So you're going to choose what your position is. What are you actually trying to do? Are you going full? Are you going aggro? Are you going into cover? Things like that. So you could have the idea of, hey, I'm gonna put myself as surging. I want to act as fast as physically possible. I'm going to go on the offensive. My superiority is going to be 2 steps higher. It's if I am at D0, I'm going to go up to D6. If I'm at D6 already, I'm going to go up to D4. That's a big deal. Two bellicose people, two surging people, two forces that are surging at one another are going to quite literally gun each other down incredibly quickly. Whoever fires first is going to get the hit off and they're going to go down. It's not going to be pretty, but that's how it is. But you kind of get the idea here. Technically, I want to be... Kind of the idea is, if you are being more aggressive, you're gaining offensive superiority. You're gaining the D4, D6, D8, which doesn't seem like a lot, but that's another die that can succeed. If they roll a 2 and your D4 rolls a 4, you've succeeded with it, and you do another tick of damage, you do another little hit, something happens. You've done better. On the other hand, if you are not doing very well, then suddenly you have, you're losing defensive superiority. So if someone's attacking you while you're surging, they're actually going to get a benefit. They're going to get a little bit of dice that are going to let them hit you harder. But how I was kind of thinking about it was pretty simple. Combat is deadly. I knew that from the get-go. Combat is going to be a deadly series of exchanges. Entire concept is guns out, I fire, I shoot. There's a good chance you're not going to be waking up from it. There's a very good chance that you're going to die almost immediately. Like, not gonna lie. Ethical. Just gotta make sure Ethical knows that he's being a silly Billy. But yeah, hopefully that this kind of grants people a little bit more. Instead of having to do a map, I can have this thing here, which is just establish where you are. What are you doing? I am surging. Cool, roll. Okay, I'm going, what are you doing? Hey, if you're surging, you want to act first. You want to do something fast. Someone's drawing a gun on you, what do? Punch them in the fucking face. Punch them in the nose, jump on them, and just beat them down. Don't let them shoot that gun. Hey, you're surging, what's going on? Run like hell, do something quick, draw your gun and fire. You want to go first, but maybe you want to go deep cover because you're like, I'm not going to be able to go first, so I'm going to instead do something to protect myself. I'm bobbing, I'm weaving, and all that shit. Steps is very much a, for lack of a better word, Steps is a band-aid, a giant, horrible band-aid that I need to... It's this giant, horrible band-aid that I need to do to make sure that everything works properly. Is it perfect? No. Does it work? I guess. Combat, everything else here is pretty specific. So now we're going... Today, though, is equipment day. I hate writing equipment. I find it very boring. So, but let's get to it. Agents, this is a good start. Agents are deployed. Agents are deployed into the operation with all of the necessary equipment they'll need. Agents are deployed into the operation with all the necessary equipment they'll need. Allowing them to protect themselves as well as others. There is no limit on what tools and equipment. There's no limit to what tools and equipment the agent can request. But every tool, but every action, every agent must contest. With limited space. Let's be. Every agent must contest with limited space and presentation. Every piece of equipment, each agent can deploy. Let's see. Each agent can. Each agent can. Each piece of equipment carries the risk of detection and being out of place, forcing the agent to pick and choose the right tools for the job. Right tools for the job. Some operations may limit available equipment, while others will have Midnight 13 supply the team with all of the necessary goods, all of the necessary supplies they need. How do I want to do this? Every agent can. Actually, talk about that later. So we just want to do. These are the basics. This is what equipment's going to do. What we want, so specific guns and specifications. What we're going to do is we're going to put another side note in here. We're going to replace this side note with specifics. Crisis averted, president saved. Resident saved is supposed to be fairly generic when it comes to time, place, and situation. From 70s action movies to 2030s to 2050s. Cyberpunk, cyber noirs. Instead of providing. Oh god, that's something in my throat. It's always a terrible feeling when you have something right in your throat. You want to cough, but you can't cough. It's great. I love it. So instead of providing a detailed list of guns, list of firearms and equipment, there will instead be a series of generic firearms for the agents to adopt. adapt them to the setting. Adapt them to the setting and situation of choice. The AK-47. Knowing that. The AK-47 saw circulation, circulation to, since 1947. Well, circulation since 1947. But the what would be a good, let's see, FAL gun. FNFAL. Long arm of the long arm of society. Fictional firearms. But a Toyota single action automatic, but it's Toyota automatic pocket pistol probably won't see use until 2085. But a Toyota automatic pocket pistol, TAP, a 2P, yeah, a TA, a tap. Don't you want a Toyota automatic pocket pistol? I want the Toyota pocket pistol. It's kind of the idea of like, yeah, you can be a little goofy about things, but like cyber noir. But a Tamagotchi automatic pocket pistol. But the Tamagotchi automatic pocket pistol won't see promote use until 55. Melee weapon. A melee weapon is any tool used by an agent for close quarters combat that is not their fists or body. Not there is close quarters combat. Let's see, melee weapon is any tool used by an agent for close quarters combat. These may they can be used to beat, stab, bludgeon, eviscerate in any manner, in any other matter of close, silent takedown. Close and silent takedowns. When each agent, an agent may slip in a small melee weapon, of their choice. Let's see, may slip in a small melee weapon of their choice if it's melee weapon of their all melee weapons can be thrown within close distance. within close distance of a target, requiring the same requiring the ticks to toss, as well as two ticks to connect to the target, as well as two tick to connect to the target, from which they will make their let's see. All melee weapons can be thrown within close distance of a target, requiring the ticks to weapon ticks. Ticks to toss, as well as one tick to connect to the target, from which they will make their quote attack as well as defense. Combat, close quarters combat. We can actually do this, which is nice. I'm going to take all of you, reduce down what you, you're done. Anathema Gothic. Okay, let's see. Weapon is edged or blunt. Type of damage. Total damage done. Damage per success. Ticks required. Number of ticks to yeah, number of ticks to quote wind up the to use the weapon weapon, experiencing an interrupt die, an interrupt if they are hit. Special quirks or notes tied to the weapon. Okay, so we want to try. Hey. It's Fat Albert. I got an actual ad. Yeah, Twitch always updates things. That should be a known fact of life. I also finally cashed out, which yeah, I finally cashed out of Twitch, so they probably were like, give us our fucking money. Yeah, so Bezos wants his like 15 cents he gets from me. It's great. Lower the price of the main leaf so I can resurrect him and kill him over and over. Why would you want to do that? Just buy a manly. Buy good old manly. Mm. I have to make some coffee. No, Manly is priceless. That's the secret. Manly's a priceless individual. He has no price. Outside all the price he does have. Let's see. Why don't I change this to be... Why don't we do... Don't need you anymore. Don't need these anymore. So what this is going to be, yeah, that's the advantage of the axe. Axes do quite a bit. An axe does quite a bit. We can do blunt, improvised blunt. Improvised blunt. Tags, breakable. Club, you're gonna do 3-5 damage. Ticks required. 2-5. So it's kind of the idea that as a, so if we want to do club, hammers do, yeah, hammers can switch. No, knife. I got a fucking knife. Why is there even a, you know, like, let's do a knife. It's gonna do, knives can be a lot of things. Knives are pretty consistent. They're, again, stabbing a motherfucker with a knife is very reliable. That's the funny thing, everybody. Why don't we do 4-6? So why don't we do 3-5? 3-5, 2-5. So improvised weapons are pretty much the... Actually, you know what? Why don't we just do improvised, and then we do blunt edged, blunt lethal. And then we put a... Then we put a footnote here. We put a footnote here. And then we do, and this is just, no, this would just be what we, so then we do sword, like you just bring a fucking sword to this fight, 5-7, and then we do 3-5, dun dun dun. We have club being able to, nah. There we go. We cut melee weapons in like half, but there's a way we can get around this. So we Gothic, something. This hammer, got a hammer. This, you are, what's your column size? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 0.667. Then we do 1.4. Select everything here. Table. Put everything in the middle. Improvised. Depending on the weapon, it will be blunt edged or blunt edged and blunt lethal. Blunt lethalios. So we don't need this anymore. Do sort ascending, didn't mean that. Do this, put table header. Each melee weapon comes in two variants. One small and large. A small weapon uses the values on the left for damage ticks, while large uses the ones on the right. However, small weapons gain the concealable tag, allowing them to be hidden on the agent's person with relative ease. Large weapons gain large weapons are two-handed, but are much heavier hitting. The damage to compensate. See. This works. What I need to do is okay. Now this is where things start getting a little bit wonky. Need to select all of you. We need to go to Nanum Garthic. We need to go to 8. Okay, easy enough to understand. Shift everything over just a smidge. This. Ticks required. Type of damage. Oh, the weapon's type of damage. for success. Up. Something like this. Keep it all nice and uniform. You keep it all nice and uniform. But like, hey, this is exactly what it does. We do something like this. That reminds me, maybe I should do. There we go. How do you look? There we go. The weapons. Weather. Edged or blunt. The weapons. Damage type. Damage per success. Name of weapon. We do that. Everything looks good there. So now we just put this here. Little bit more of a like, hey, here's just a quick explanation of like what all the tags and stuff do. What everything is. Boom. This is all you really need to know. This is where all the weapons are. It looks a little goofy, but why don't I do weapon. Name of the weapon, type, whether the weapon is edged or blunt, damage type. Blunt or lethal. Damage, the weapons damage, the weapons damage per success scored during an attack. Ticks required. The number of ticks required to use the weapon successfully. Tag the special quirks. Special quirks. Notes tied. Notes that the weapon has. What if we do something like this? Bump bump. Attack occasion. Go something like this. it in one go. Firearms. Firearmioso. Ole. Okay. I'm gonna turn on the light because it's pitch fucking dark in my room. I love winter. I actually do enjoy it. I enjoy winter more than summer because, as I've told everybody in my life, it is far easier to bundle up than it is to take things off. So you end up in a situation where it's like, oh, I'm nice, warm, and cozy, versus I'm on fire and I have no pants on. God help. So firearms. Firearms are weapons that discharge rapid ballistic objects that impact targets, causing internal bleeding, damage to their person, eventually shock to the system, causing an early death. To most people, firearms go bang bang and people start dying. Almost all firearms are lethal, but special ammunition as well as gadgets may enable them to do blunt damage instead. Each fire... Large weapon. Here, small weapon. There we go, nice and easy. So, wow. And we're not doing firearm autism. I've decided against this. Okay. So we want this. This opening is fine. All firearms are lethal unless the agent is using appropriate ammunition or a special gadget, or unless the agent is using an appropriate ammunition or special gadget to take this away, to remove this ever-present fact. Each firearm, actually, okay, here's what we're gonna do. This, we're gonna do the same thing like we did up here. Put this right here in the middle. So we're going to do firearm. We're going to do firearm, name of the weapon, damage, that, firing types, available firing type, available firing modes for the weapon, allowing them to, these are split, these are split between, let's see, these are split between single, burst, and automatic, automatic fire. In parentheses, beside it is the amount of ammunition used when the amount of expended when using this firing. There we go. Firing types, nice and easy. We do ticks. Ticks required. Very simple to understand. It's just the number of ticks actually fire the weapon. We put in magazine capacity. The size of the magazine of the ammunition, the amount of ammunition that the firearm possesses. possesses. If the agent cannot fire off as many bullets according to their firing type as remaining ammunition, there is a remaining we can just call it ammunition, can't we? Amount of ammunition. Invisible according as remaining ammunition. They are unable to use that firing type. Tag, special notes, perks of the weapon. Each firearm may be reloaded. Each firearm may be reloaded by the same number of ticks. And they have the same number of ticks to fire the weapon. For example, a standard handgun, a light handgun. For example, a light handgun. It takes one tick. Takes one tick to fire, and one tick to reload. And reload when ammunition spent. Takes literally a second to reload a very light handgun. Is that accurate? No. Does it look cool? Yeah, because it's a tiny little fucking handgun. That's the point. They're supposed to be used pretty rapidly. What we can do here. Okay, so we're gonna go here. We're gonna go to firearms, and we're just going to select every single firearm here. We're gonna go bump. Put all in the Random Gothic. Over here, select all the SMGs. Bump. Random Gothic. Okay, so let's just go down and see what we need to cut. What do we not need? We do not need the squad automatic rifle. Not at all. Auto pistol is fine. Heavy handgun's fine. Light handgun, revolver. We can probably remove the heavy handgun. No, I think I'll keep it. Because, like, the idea behind the heavy handgun is, like, this is something you aim and fire and there's kick to it. Like, it takes a little bit longer to shoot, and that's kind of the, but does a little bit more damage. Let's see, firearms. Do we need battle rifle? Bolt action rifle. We can get rid of the lever action. Sorry, lever action bros. It's Jover. We can get rid of the coach gun. Yes, let's get rid of the coach gun. Let's see, heavy SMG, light SMG, PDW. Because one of the big things is, like, legitimately any gun can kill you in, like, one burst. A heavy SMG can kill you in one burst. If you are hit dead on with 2 successes, you will die. You will go down because you have taken 6 lethal damage. But guess what? This is an important thing to know. What happens when you get shot twice in the gut with no fucking protection? You go down. You're not having a good time. Like, you are out of the fight. Do not get into a gunfight. That's the last thing you want to happen. But if you ever find yourself in a gunfight like that, well, that's a little different. Then hopefully you're the one aiming. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to remove We're going, oh, nope, don't mean to do that. We're going to remove every single gun from the game currently. Yes, I know my Americanism is, my burning patriotism is somewhat compromised me saying that, but bear with me. So, here's our assault. Paste on linked. Like a dream, snake eater. Okay, bear with me. We're going to try something new. Let's do firearms damage. Firing type's going to get 1, 3. They're going to get reduced down to like 0.5. Extend everything out here. Do 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 do. Burst auto. Something like this. Then we do assault rifle, assalto rifelios. Assault rifle 3136 to 220 nothing. Designated actually why don't we just call it the marksman rifle? The marksman rifle. 513 and then we just put X here because there's no available for that. We do scoped. I might have to remove some of those. Light machine gun. 2x 48 to 50. Heavy. I like the way this looks. You don't have to do it all by hand, but that's a price I'm willing to pay. Can still do that. That's fine. I am okay with that. 2, 1, 3, 6, 1, 12. Concealable akimbo. Heavy handgun 4, 1. X 2, 12. Heavy handgun's not going to be concealable anymore. I think that's fair. That's kind of you get a little bit of extra damage in there. However, it is no longer concealable. 5, 1, X 3, 6. Neither is that. Neither is the revolver. But the revolver is the one-shot super cannon, so yeah, that's your skill cannon. You fuck up using the revolver, everyone laughs at you because you're you're a little tiny baby bitch. It sucks. It sucks that you're bad at everything, but not my problem. Do that. Luckily, we can just do 111 for X. Battle rifle is 3-3. We can do that. That. That's da 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 da. Let's see, we're going to have an image right there. We can fill this up. We're going to do shotgun and then end to SMG. Because SMGs are fun. 2, 3, 2, 1, 3, 6. 1, 3, 6. 1, 2, XXXXX. XXX Tenkashion. Is he dead? I thought he was dead. Because he had a dumb name. That's death worthy enough. I came back, so what are you doing now? We are literally just doing guns. That is all we have to do now. We are very much in the home stretch of caps at this point. It is right now, it's just a lot of like, well, gotta do it, just gotta kind of grind everything out. And that's just kind of the nature of the beast a little bit. So we've hit the point where it's like, yep, time to grind shit out. Not fun, it's not entertaining, it's just me grinding shit out. Let's see, we do... None of them actually have single fire. Yeah, that's the thing with good old these things. They don't have single fire. 3-6. We can do this for everything. Ticks, on the other hand, 3-2-3. 3-2-3. Ammunition is a lot more generous with these things. And none of them have tags except the which has a Kimbo. Because Kimbo Slice is funny. What's your gun like? A Kimbo. Okay, that is every single firearm in the game. That's all we really need to worry about. So now we're going to be worrying about tag. So what we're going to do is we're going to give tags its own thing. I'm going to say this is going to be the tags category. Do is weapon tags. So tag name, we're going to do. We're going to zoom in real fast. Akimbo, weapon can be held in one hand with two of these weapons are used at once. May double ammunition. It's kind of the idea with akimbo is like you have them both in your hands and you just double your ammunition. Have more ammo. You don't need to reload. Which is like, yeah, you know, cool. You are doing better. Actually. It does not have burst. It now has burst 2. Concealable. Unless search, the agent will not reveal prone or brace on something to use effectively. The amount of ticks is required to use the weapon when it's not braced is doubled. Reloading takes double the amount of time irregularly if not braced. Or weapon gives target D. This weapon gives a target within close or CQC distance 3 superiority to their defense to avoid harm. Not saying you can't, but you're gonna have a harder time. Actually, we'll give him 4 superiority. When using the A, receive 1 step. Let's double check to make sure I didn't change anything for aim. Receives an additional step of their superiority. A superiority die when superiority die. Shotgun. If the weapon is used at close or CQC or close or CQC distance, increased damage by +2 by +1 +2 +1 what's current damage? Double the damage. Cannot be fired when within take enemy has 3 superiority when firing at them from sight range. Ubiquitous. We don't really need ubiquitous anymore. That's not really a thing. What tags aren't we factoring in? Scoped, range, concealable, heavy, breakable, and blend. Breakable. Blend. The weapon arouses no suspicion if used in public. Used in public unless it against another individual. If appropriate disguise or cover, if appropriate disguise is used, this tag may apply to other weapons. This weapon's breakable. After the weapon is used, roll a roll the combat die. More than one success is scored. If more than one success is scored, the weapon breaks over. Weapon breaks. The weapon breaks apart. Weapon breaks apart. There we go. After the weapon is used, if more than one success is scored, the weapon breaks apart, often inside the target or because of the damage. If you're using a chair, you crack open the chair, you've broken it on this guy. The chair is gone. There's no more chair. This person is now on their ass though because you broke a fucking chair over their head. Yeah, this was before they added pinheading row, the best addition they have ever added to Google Docs. Bar none, the best addition they have ever made has been that. It's truly the absolute best. It's great. I love it. So, let's do armor reflects the basic defensive ability. Basic defensive capability of certain clothing worn by the agent. When the agent is hit with a weapon, they reduce the amount of damage by the amount of their armor. Firearm damage is block is converted. Actually, let's not do this. We're just going to do armor's flat damage reduction. A weapon they reduce the total amount of damage by the amount of the armor. Possesses an armor penalty, which reflects how difficult it is to maneuver while in the armor. All move actions. Each armor possesses more advanced armor possesses an armor penalty, which reflects the difficulty to maneuver while wearing it. All move action. All maneuver, movement, and agility related actions are increased in tick duration. By the armor penalty. By the armor penalty. This armor penalty acts at This armor penalty also has a die value associated with it. This armor penalty also has a die value associated with it, which die value which is added to a guard patrol's detection. Which is added to a guard patrol's detection to spot the agent. If the armor is labeled as obvious, if the agent is spotted, they will obvious, the agent will automatically be spotted if it is of a disguise. Part of a disguise. Kind of the idea is, hey, you are like, it's kind of the idea of, like, if you're impersonating a guard, putting on their bulletproof vest is fine. No one's going to comment that you're putting on someone's bulletproof vest if you are a guard. If you are a random civilian walking into some place with a bulletproof vest on, you're going to raise some eyebrows. But maybe that's kind of the, maybe you can fit in there. Hey, we're at a gun convention. I have a fucking rig on. Who cares? No one's gonna look at you any differently that you're at a weird tack convention and you have a plate carrier on. No one's gonna comment on. That is not necessarily abnormal. It's just like, that's kind of all right. He's a weird tactical guy. All right, y'all like the tactical guys. We're gonna bump up the tank suit. We're going to bump up that a little bit. We're gonna do something like this. So, let's see. Part of me wants to be like precise about this. I mean, actually. I don't think this is quite what ethical meant by a frog suit. I mean, do you want to have an inflatable frog suit, everybody? Why are there so many inflatable frog suits? Frog mascot costume. Look, it's Frog Mario. That's a frog kangaroo. This is an important philosophical question. If someone's a frog furry, what do you call them? I don't think they wouldn't be called scalies. Would you call them like amphibies? It doesn't sound right. It sounds weird. Oh, what are you, an amphibie? No. Like, I can kind of get like, oh, you're a bug. Oh, I'm gonna call you a chitin. Alright, you're a weird chitin person. Chitinkin or whatever. But like, what do you call an amphibian? You just call them a scaly? Like a, sorry, you're a different breed of scaly? Is that it? I mean, this is just a frog suit. This would just be light armor, it looks like. Yeah, that's... Frog suits would just... Like a basic frog suit, I guess, would just be like light armor. I'm trying to think of like, what else would you add here? Because the concept is you just have armor on. That's all it is. And this was actually, fun fact, this was actually modeled after the Payday 2 actually. Payday 2 armor. Let's take a look. Because these are all of the armors available in Payday 2. Because it's like, I have a suit, ballistic vest, lightweight ballistic, heavy ballistic, flak jacket, combined tactical vest, improved combined tactical vest. You know what? I guess we can. I mean, do 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 do. Do 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 do. I mean, if we do ballistic, if we keep this as the ballistic vest, armor value 2, armor penalty 2, but then we go down to lightweight to light ballistic vest. Armor value goes down. Yeah, armor value goes down slightly, but you're losing a lot. There is also the autistic option. 000 obvious, no. Reinforced clothing 1-1. Actually, we can probably do like 2-1. Ballistic vest, we do 2-1. Actually, we can probably do 2-2. This does. Actually, we can probably do like 2-3. This is total amount of damage. We can probably do 2-1. Armor penalty. We can do 0d4. Like, there's going to be no armor penalty. But then we do 1, 2. But this would be D0, D4, D0, D4, D4, D4. But the armor penalty is 1. One armor penalty. There's less armor penalty, but the detection is still there. It's not as hard to. Okay, so this is kind of the inverse of each other slightly. So then we go to the heavy ballistic vest, which the blunt armor value is going to be there, but we're going to increase the lethal armor value. Armor penalty is going to be. Actually, we can probably do 3, 4, which we can then go to the armor penalty, which would be 3d6. Still not quite, super obvious you're wearing the heavy ballistic vest. Still not great, but. Flak jacket would be. I guess flak jacket would be the upgraded version. Would be the heavy armor. So we increase this to. We do something like this. Then the armor penalty goes up by that. It's very obvious you're wearing a flak jacket. And then we do the combined tactical vest, which would be 12, 10. Armor penalty is 8. You're suffering D20, you know, to fucking get spotted. You're having a very bad time. It is very obvious. But that does mean we can maybe do tank suit. We upgrade the tank suit. Tank suit is just automatic detection. The millisecond you show up in a tank suit, they're going to spot you. Oh, we got a Manly. And she. Hello, Manly. How do you do? It's been a while. Tactical. It's one of those things I look at my screen every now and again and realize it's just a clusterfuck of different things on it. Hey, that's what you come here for. You don't come here for being productive or interesting. You come here for the misery. Oh, the misery. Oh. What would be a good... What am I thinking of? What am I thinking of? I could put some goofy armor in here, but I don't really need to. But if we do this, we can then go to here, get rid of all of this. Don't get caught up on gadgets. We're doing gadgets tonight. Gadgets all tonight, and I'm so fucking ready. This. Oof. We shrink detection down. We can shrink obvious down. We put detection down like that. Then we can put obvious down like this. We shrink the armor penalty to be like... Can we shrink the armor penalty to be the same, actually? So then we find a happy middle ground. Like right there. We find the happy middle ground. Like that. And then we do 1.4 here. There we go. We don't really have a D8 though. What would you call a D8 piece of armor? What's a good... I guess it would look something like this. It would be 4-5. It would be the thing in the middle. Armor penalty would be 4. It would be D8. I don't think it would be very obvious at this point. Actually, I think this is going to be the first piece of obvious armor. So if we look at like a flak jacket. Goodbye, Manly. Manly has been gunned down in the streets as he is. Good job. Good job, Solid. You have shot Manly in the fucking face. Mission failed. It's over, everyone. Like a dream, the snake eater. I can't believe Manly has been shot and killed. What a shame. Truly, the darkest of timelines. Let's see. Brewster body armor. Have no fear. It's the Brewster stuff. Would be the RCA, tear gas, decontamination, tactics, research. Body armor types. You know what I can do? I'm going to time to use my server for good. Just put a question mark. Like what do I call this? I don't know. Oh, I didn't mean to close that. I'm a fool. I'm a fool. I know nothing. I'll make it where we can buy multiple Manlys. Well, no. You get one Manly. And you shot him. For no reason. You shot Manly for no reason at all. Truly. How little I knew. Bomb defusal vest. I'll see if we can get some different examples. We can get some different ideas there. I believe this would be heading 2. Yes, it would. So, gadgetrinos. Every agent has gadgets. You let them pull off their. We're going to do though. We're going to add a second thing. And we're going to add tools. Tools and supply. Tools and supplies. Tools and supply. Tools are the vague term for various items and objects. Various items that an agent can bring with them into a operation. While each agent is allowed two tools of their choice. It's a fucking payday game. Yeah, so bomb defusal. It's okay. Call what? So I'm gonna call upon my server, my bunch of fools, my silly clowns, because we are God's silliest clowns. Each agent is allowed to bring 2 tools of their choice, which can be anything of their choice to assist them in their in there to complete the objective. Tools can there are two required. There are three requirements for tools. Three requirements for tools. One. The tool. Actually, we can do the tool. Rerun. Bring the operation. We do that. To Tool must be handheld. Actually, I don't know how I want to write this yet. So the tool must be handheld. The tool must be handheld. This allows the agent to bring it in with them reasonably. This allows the agent to bring it in with them reasonably. Anything larger is either provided by Midnight 13 or used for exfiltration. Sorry agents, we cannot sorry agents, no bringing the Jaguar to the objective. No bringing the Jaguar to the objective. It would be a Bentley. No bringing the Bentley to the objective. Special team. This ties into the agent's skill sets and reasonable expectations. If the commando has a background in infiltration, then a lockpick set would be reasonable. If the intel has no security background, then bringing a hand grenade would not be appropriate. It's kind of the idea of like, hey, can you reasonably be expected to have this? It's like, yeah. Or yeah, like, yeah, I can reasonably be expected to have this. A tool, tool must be readily available or procured by Midnight 13. Having a tools are supposed to assist the agent, in their efforts to complete their mission. But even Midnight 13 won't spend millions of dollars securing top of the line nanotechnology or something relative something equally large for the agents. However, purchasing a crowbar is $10 at a local hardware store. Like, yeah, that's kind of the idea, being like, you could buy a crowbar for $10. Like, that's not... You can buy Walmart branded machetes. That's not complicated to do. It is that you bringing something vaguely appropriate. Like, yeah, so that's kind of the idea there, like... Handheld 2 will ignite a small charge of propellant, forcing gas to expend and propel a metal slug directly into the guard's head. Well, you could just bring in a concealable gun if you want. That's fine. Like, nothing is stopping you from just bringing in a gun. Or there are many guns. Please, though if you do have that, please, I am fucking begging you, put a silencer on that shit. But yeah, no, that's kind of the idea behind it. Like, they're supposed to be pretty small, relatively speaking, and they don't have any mechanics really behind them. They're just an item you have. But yeah, no, if you want to do that, bringing in a quick little auto pistol, a light handgun, perfectly reasonable for you to do. Especially if you're playing a commando, in which you can just be like, yeah, you just have that. I am debating on giving them a suitcase gun as one of their perks, where it's like, yeah, you can reasonably be expected to bring in any gun of your choice in a briefcase. No one's going to question the guy with the briefcase. What's in the briefcase? The sniper rifle. What's in here? My automatic shotgun. Like, oh. This is reasonable. This is reasonable for me to expect. Let's see. I mean, what would you call the, what's a bomb suit? Like... Advanced bomb suit. Like, just a bomb suit, I guess. Let's see, we've got, so something like, oh, we can just do this. Why are you not the right thing? There we go. Ta-da! We did it, everybody. Okay, so now we get to do gadgets. Gadgets are kind of the weird one. Actually, I'm going to put a side note here. Side note, the nature of tools. Nature of tools. These are items meant to assist the agents to do their job. This is not. This does not include. This does not include basics. Basics such as a. This does not include basics such as a phone, or anything else that would be reasonable to possess. However, an automatic lockpick. Let's see, what would be some other, like, just base. I'm trying to think, what can you buy at the hardware store? piano wire. Let's see, automatic lock, automatic lock pick. Actually, a lock pick, piano wire, or any other item that the agents can reasonably use to assist them. More fantastic. Keep it simple. Keep it fast. Keep it simple. Keep it fast. This is just legitimately a mechanic to say, hey, I want to make sure that you have an item of your choice because it's going to let you do something. You want to be the lockpick thief man and have lockpicks and thieves and lockpick things. Go for it. Okay, so every agent has their gadgets, unique items that pull off daring missions and assist them in defeating villainous forces across the world. Each gadget. Let's see. Gadgets are the catch-all term for advanced or less or brutally efficient tools, items that the agents are granted access to from Midnight 13's vault or their own personal situation, from their own personal armory. These gadgets are unique, and allow the agent and their squad to perform actions not normally out of the ordinary, and succeed in their objective out of the ordinary. Each gadget has a certain amount of use depending on what they are. Each gadget is a rank determined. Each gadget is assigned a rank, which determines how do I want I don't know. Recent Purge got invited here to fill out Merchoslavia. And harass Steve. Always got to make sure to inform everyone that I do enjoy harassing Steve. Good old Steve. Steve Ocean's is a beautiful creature. Okay. Each gadget is assigned a rank, which determines its value and ability and let's see, determines value and overall ability in the field. As the rank grows, so does the associated number of uses, value, uses, die value, and as a rank grows, so does the associated number of uses, associated number or time of uses, die value, and effectiveness. When using a gadget. When using a gadget, using a gadget, the agent will add the gadget rank to their dice we'll add the gadget rank to their dice pool in addition to any skills or bonus or benefits they may have. Not only will a gadget enable the possibility of using. Not only will a gadget enable the possibility of using certain abilities, it will allow the agent. It will grant them bonuses. It will grant them bonuses appropriate. Let me do that. So it's kind of like I want to effectively put this in your head. This is what it is. This is what they do. This is how they work. So we're going to make a 3x3 grid. We're going to do rank 1 D4, because I believe that's what rank 1 effectively is. That would be about D4. The gadget is a time saver, reducing the amount of effort the agent needs to perform an action. Rank 2 D6. The gadget enables a new action. Enables a new action. Enables a new action. Actually, 5, 10. So we want to do rank, die value, uses, description. Bump. Mm-hmm. Let's see. So the gadget enables a new action. Enables a new action or avenue of approach. Avenue approach for the agent's existing tools. Beanbag rounds, for example. Rank 3 D8. It can be used for about 15 minutes. Good cat pig barking. Oh, that's that new. It's that new fucking thing, isn't it? Where everyone's being like really odd about it and posting it a lot. Yeah, I've saw people talking about the gadget. Is a brand new way of approaching the situation, and enabling. So we do rank 4, D10, and then we have 20. Brand new ways of approaching the situation, enabling the agent's abilities. The gadget is a wonder tool. Allowing the agent a completely different perspective on the environment. Our example rank 4 is Orwell Glass. Hey, you have pretty much a completely different way of approaching the situation. You know, perspective on the environment. Then due to rank 5. Rank 5 D12, 25 minutes of use, 25 uses. Able to pull off miraculous or that's right, or seemingly supernatural, miraculous or seemingly supernatural feats. Very right. Pull off miraculous, seemingly supernatural. Rank 6, D20, 30. The gadget is one of the most valuable tools in Midnight 13s, and maybe the entire world. It was one of the most valuable tools in Midnight 13, and maybe the entire world. Da 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 da. Yeah, exactly. You're super cool. You've got a super new way of looking at things. So what we're going to do though is we're going to split these up a little bit. So we've got, this is going to be heading 2. So what we need to do is select Goldman, and we need to go to 14. Whiskey gadgets. This is going to be the first and only time I'm really going to actually mention these outside. Actually, you know what? No, I think I will put the sledgehammer. It is a reinforced hunk of metal dedicated to smashing through small walls, easy entrance to other sealed locations. 3. trying to get one for each. Okay, so we've got rank 2. We need just a rank 1. What would be a good, like... What would be a good, like, just thing that you can reasonably, like... This is a thing that does exist in the modern world that would just be a big time saver for guys. I mean, when in doubt, let's look at the magical world of Rainbow Six Siege gadgets. Or if I really want to be really specific about things, Rainbow Six Raven Shield. Raven Shield. Yeah, I wouldn't be gadgets, but Claymore, stun grenade, heartbeat sensor. Best new manga, it already sold 1 trillion piece of fiction history and more than there are people on the planet. Yeah, I keep seeing things about it. I'm like, this seems definitely like a thing. Okay. And then I leave. Let's see. So we've got stun, heartbeat sensor. Yeah, Raven Shield. Heart is gadget featured in... What would be a like a traditional time saver? Auto lockpick 1. A quick drill-like tool. A quick drill-like tool that pops open. Locks with ease. Pops open locks with ease, but quickly burns out. So 4. What would be a good 4? Wonder tool. Completely different perspective on their environment. I guess we could call a ROM. Remote operating moving vision. Remote operating moving vision. This pretty much is a ROM. What would be another good... What would be, like, advanced level fuckery? Like, this is the... Like, ba-da-da-da. Like, this is the hardcore shit. I'm trying to think of, like, cool gadgets and stuff. Let's think. Gadgets in Rainbow Six Siege. Rappels, frag grenades, panels, a flip sight, cluster charges, entry denial devices, flashbangs. Trying to think of like what would be a good tool for rank 5. Martini stuff is always like Martini stuff would be like they're supposed to be pretty simple. Like, if I want to do, like, a rank 1 a time saver. Let's see. Time saver, time saver, time saver. I want to save time. What do I want to save time doing? Auto locator watch. Stylish watch. Let's see, a simple and stylish watch that automatically points the agent in the direction of their objective. Let's see. So this would be enabling you to do something more exotic. New action or avenue of approach for an existing tool. Avenue of approach for an existing tool. No, what would be what would be a fun thing to add? I'm thinking of, yeah, welcome to the Rainbow Six Siege wiki, but there's like nothing here anymore because this isn't the updated version of the Rainbow Six Siege wiki. This is all the fucking weird shit going on because they haven't even updated this in fucking ever, have they? Actually, let's see. Yeah, the operators just kept getting more ridiculous over time. Electro sensor. Yeah, things just keep getting gradually more ridiculous for them, because that's what they wanted to happen. They wanted everyone to look more ridiculous over time. They all are very silly. Oh, I know. Lazarium stem. Injected straight into the thigh. The agent recovers. A little bit of lethal trauma. Lethal trauma they may be suffering from. A little bit of trauma. Rank 3 is new approaches. Enabling the new approach. I want to do a new approach. How do I freshly approach something? How do I freshly approach a thing? I want to freshly approach this is the hell. Wami, what do you even do? Adhesive gadget. Oh yeah, it's your literal magic bullet. Your magic bullets. I forgot he has magic bullets. The magic bullet stopping ability. And we also have Oryx, who just fucking Kool-Aid mans his way through things. She's just a fucking ninja, apparently. Who the fuck are these two dumbasses? Like, the fuck do you guys even do? Like, what's your thing? It's love attachment. Oh goodness. What do you do? Bread mine. Where fear can fester. What does that even fucking mean? You just have an MP7 and a shotgun. Shotguns suck. Ram, what's Ram's thing? The auto breacher. You just have a giant fucking thing. That's what you have. You have a giant thing and you do that. Let's see. I already have a clip. Actually, no. What would be Hack Spike, rank 3. Enable the agent ought to have automatic access. Access to computer networks, and that it is stabbed into. Then we have Orwell glasses. Luckily, the Orwell glasses work fine for this. Being like, hey, you have a heads-up display that displays anything you've previously accessed, because it's a weird. Because I thought it would be fun. Sweet. Cells. Martinis and whiskey. Martinis and whiskey. Gadget examples. That. And I'm going to put a big note down here, probably. We talk about it a little more. Gadgets. So, we need to rewrite this section. So we'll give up people an operation. You want to be a bit more detailed. Actual ring roughly correlate to overall value. Please refer to those. What if we just keep it like this? So these are kind of like your examples, the differences between them. We do that. Right. Okay, so that works. So, well, New Dawn Rising, advancement, agents. Let's see, how do we want to do this? Okay, agents are Midnight 13. Midnight 13 is a treacherous occupation for those with nowhere else to go. or nowhere else to go. This their employment by the shadowy organization. Shadowy organization will change their personality, talents, and skills. Reflecting a gradual change in abilities, and gradual change in ability. Whenever an agent completes an operation. They will advance their ability. They will be able to advance to the next. They will be able to choose advancements to reflect their ability, reflect their newfound skills. Let's see, that would be. Okay, I have 1 hour. I got 1 more hour until my baked potatoes are ready, because I'm making baked potatoes tonight. They're gonna be real good. I feel like I should add something with the baked potatoes, but I haven't thought that far ahead yet. So I just currently have baked potatoes. I don't even know if I have cheese. I literally just have a bunch of potatoes that I'm making. So that's going to be really fun to figure out. Well, that's half the fun, right? Reflect their reflect their newfound skill, newfound talents. Successful operation. Increase any attribute by one die level up to D12. Increase 2 skills by 1 die level. By 1 die level. 12. Choose a perk from any specialty. Choose a perk from their specialties from their specialty, and any other perk of their choice. Any other perk of their choose 2 perks. One from choose 2 perks. Choose 2 perks. One from specialty, the other, and the other, and any other one. There we go. Choose 2. D12. Choose one specialty. Choose 1 specialty perk. Actually, choose 1 perk. increase lethal or blunt trauma. Actually, increase blunt or lethal trauma by +1. There we go. Increase any skill die. Choose one perk. That's the entire idea. It's like, hey, you failed, but you're still getting something. You become tougher for it. So it's kind of like, instead of being like a raw punishment, it's like you are still getting something out of it. And I'm okay with, like, you're getting something out of it, even if you do fail. Because, mostly, and this is another very important thing, in case you ever have a situation where you want them to fail, or something's out of their control and they fail, they still get something. As long as they exfiltrate, they have to choose one of those two. You're not getting as much for failed, but this is the only way to increase your health as well, which is another big thing. So, so we want to do, how many perks do we have to work with? 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. How many perks do you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9. You've got 10 perks. 10 perks. So we do this, we go all the way down to 11. Okay, so just gonna put them all in here. That's the goal. That's all we want to do. We'll make it great after we get everything set up. If there's anything about old Notepad you must know, is that he was obsessed with bullet fucking points. Everything was bullet points. No tables. Tables were fucking haram. Can't have tables. Why use a table when I could use bullet points for the same thing? Says the fool. Says an utter baboon of a man. Some of these really need to get changed. I'll probably shift them around because I actually have to do a full nother set of these for the Joe. Yes, there is the Joe class. Okay, so perk name, description. Going to set you all like that. I could probably actually reduce the size of you down even a little, or we can probably bring you down to 9. Just the kind of basics of it. I believe they already have. Yeah, they start with the basics of C. Part of me wants to make it like those are unique. You can't choose them if that's not your thing. So black is the nitralism to reduce the chokeout action by 6 ticks down to 6 ticks. That's fine. Commando punch, rigorous nitralism to increase their interruption die by 2 steps. The commando's ability to quickly react to take allows them to take a tick-free punch action. The enemy fails to strike them in melee combat. Yep, you just do immediate counter strike, move and shoot. Allows them to shoot on the move efficiently. They may change position. They may change position before or after the gun is fired. So the thing is, like, you can start at like a good position and then move slightly and be like, hey, you've done something. Moved slightly, where now you're not in much as danger, but you got without having to take the penalty. Neck snap. When taking care of unaware enemies. Sneaks up on an unaware guard. They can snap their neck instantly with a CQC. Lethal efficiency. When they bushwhack, when they may make a unarmed bushwhack attack for lethal damage. An unarmed bushwhack attack for lethal damage. After a successful chokeout. Snap the target's neck after a successful chokeout. It's kind of a two-fun thing. Quick draw. Reduce the tick of aiming extended action by 1. When ambushed, act on tick 2. Instead of tick 4, you act on tick 2. They get a 1-second advantage on you. They ambush you, 1 second goes by, and then you snap into action. Sheer intimidation, radius amount of dread around them. Those in the area. Guards quality, value. Increase superiority by 2 during if spotted by guards of D8 or lower quality. They're like, hey, I don't really want to fuck with that. You know what? I don't want to fuck with that guy. See that guy right there? Fuck that. Able to cool under fire. It was all lethal trauma. Damage. Like 2. By 1. Yep, if they take 1 damage, lethal damage, they don't actually take it. They get pretty much 1 free armor. Doesn't mean much if you get lit up by 6, but hey. After pummel action deals double damage. So that is 1, 2, 3, 8, 9. That's 9. Actually, what we can do is... Increases their lethal trauma by +2. This is one of the very few ways of increasing your lethal trauma. There we go. Why? Because you're just you never say die. You're a fucking commando. That's what you do. You're a badass. So, operator perks. We need to have 10 operator perks. Actually, it would be what they call them, operative. Operative. Yeah, these guys' entire thing are these are your sneaky Billy, your sneaky Billies. You're supposed to get in, get out, not really think too hard about it. Oh well, we can probably let's see. Is able to bring in any non-concealed firearm in a briefcase. They can quickly assemble. There we go. That's one. Diffuse situation. Who I am. Think fast. I am the tree. Yeah, Operative's gonna get some. Operative's gonna need to get some changes just simply because of who they are. There are a lot of their things might get also folded into being into the Joe skill tree as well. Okay, so let's zoom in. Clipboard King allows them to ignore guard patrol if the alert is only ignore the call if escalation state is unaware or just. Allows them to ignore guard patrol. Allows them to ignore They really do not care. That you are supposed to be there. If there's a guard patrol, no one really. You can just, if it's unaware, suspicious, they're just assuming you're supposed to be there. You are very clean in there. Allows them to reduce escalation of a situation. Training allows them to assess the situation. And reduce the escalation by 1d6 by their, this would be their, I guess their espionage. The thing is, it's like, it's not like, yeah, it's like kind of a once per operation thing. Sheer bravado and stupidity allows them intimidate a guard or any intimidate rolling a non-comment, but increasing escalation by 1. The operator starts the operation with a unique disguise. The first time the operative is spotted. Let's see. The first time the operative is spotted by a guard patrol, Mm. 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 Yeah, 3 steps of superiority when talking their way out of it. Think fast! Less more combat training allows them to perform action in combat, not directly attacking someone for 1 less tick. I am the tree. The operator's skill disguise allows them to use unconventional disguises twice. Parade. The operative. Looks like everyone does not lose disguise rank by doing the same runs, people with the same disguise. That's gonna change. Cleaner. Not affect core evidence. Fake being a guard being begins the operative begins the operation with a D10 disguise. The operative begins with a D10 unique disguise, or a D8 generic disguise. There we go. Kind of the idea is like, hey, you have a unique disguise. You are literally in, like, you're a person who's supposed to be here, and you have to act appropriately. Or you can just go in there and be like, I'm a waiter. I was always here. Like, yeah, I'm just coming into work. Let's see, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. So that's fine. Okay, now we do Intel perks. Intel. Duck and roll, gadget master, or Watchdog Legion TM, folder, going silent. MacGyver. Masterful ability to run away from combat. Yeah, Intel is not really supposed to be in combat. That's kind of their entire shtick, you could say. Like, yeah, you just fucking book it. Like, I don't want to be here anymore. Okay, so and that allows them to increase the defense value. Masterful ability to hide from real combat. Hide from real combat increases the defensive superiority bonus when they They are in the cover or deep cover position. By one where they're in. They want to hide effectively. Gadget disposal allows them to increase the rank of any gadget. Increase the rank of any gadget, but not its use. Yeah, use of knowledge and working ability and knowledge and ability. The Intel's knowledge and ability when using gadgets. When using gadgets allows them for a time tick. To increase the rank, but not uses of any gadget by one step. A D4 becomes a D2 becomes a D, rank 2 becomes a rank 3, rank 3 becomes rank 4. It pretty much just increases the die value, but it's like, hey, yeah, I've rigged this up to do something a little bit more interesting. So Orwellian once run. They reduce the escalation to the lowest value for the escalation state. Watchdog. The Intel is keen eye for the surrounding when they're busy. Well, an extra D. Investigate when investigating locations or finding clues. Generally speaking, they don't talk to people. Eye of the beholder, and any edge cannot be spotted by CCTV cameras and lasts 10 minutes. Yeah, this is really good because it's like, hey, they don't have evidence on you anymore. No, Pet, why are you cosplaying as Kaz? Gaslighting skill effectively. Eye of the beholder, like the watchdog effectively allows you to sit there and be like, oh, wait a second, and then do something else. It's like, I want to look at things. I'm getting a bunch of bonuses. They would get a bonus D8 to this roll, which would be pretty decent. And in case you're wondering why my cosplaying as Kaz, is because I can always cosplay Kaz, because he's literally me. Ryan Gosling as Kaz. He's all there when they reach disabling all cameras, security features in a zone without tripping an alarm. Erase all data and they may remove all. I want to do it's mod evidence. My suspicious and minor evidence. They may remove all suspicious or minor. All minor or suspicious evidence from any zone that has a CCTV. Says CCTV or if there is no CCTV in situation. Treat it as every zone. Pretty much, it's like, yeah, by virtue of the intel being in a situation, like you can reduce you can get rid of all the minor and suspicious evidence, all the little tiny evidence, getting up, you can get rid of it. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it's like, hey, it's instead of them having like 2 extra dice, a d6, 2d6s to work with, they have nothing. It's like, yeah, you're doing fine. They bring a rank 1, 2, or 3 gadget with them into every operation. Gadgeteer. Makeshift gadgeteer lower once per operation. Duct tape and spit can push a gadget to absolute lowering its rank by 1, but doubling its uses. Its uses. Increasing its rank by 2 steps. 2 steps. But the 2 steps, but having it break immediately. If they MacGyver it, actually no, if they gadget master it, says, hey, I can turn any gadget into 1 rank higher. Not a lot, but I can make it any gadget. It just takes time for me. I need to sit down and I can make any gadget better. This takes time. On the other hand, duct tape and spit pretty much turns any like rank 2 gadget into a rank 4, but turns any rank 3 gadget into a rank 5 gadget. A miracle maker. Which is like, yeah, hey. And hey, what's that? Look, it's a gadgeteer where you can bring any rank 1, 2, or 3 gadget with them into every operation. You select 3 missions, you have pretty much like a big thing where you can get a miracle gadget every. Pretty good. Yep, until they bring an additional 3 tools of their choice into the operation. Like, yeah, as an intel, you can bring a lot more toys in with for people. Let's see, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. And okay, now this is where things get a little bit goofy. Because what I need to do is you could say that is in fact a goofy movie. We need to make 10 Joe perks. Now, Joes are special. The Joe's main gimmick is that they are just incredibly fucking lucky. They have D12 edge, which allows them to make things make the impossible possible. And that's going to be their entire joke is they are people who should not be in this situation, but they totally are. So, let's just do a quick review of everything. Maybe we can get some ideas. So we are a how about we call it blind luck? let's see. The Joe reduces the complexity of a check by 2 steps. By 2 once in operation. Go. Superiority. I need to actually remove the situation, so let's keep going though. Improvise. The Joe may choose any skill of their choose any skill of their choice to apply to a. Actually, the Joe may choose any skill of the same category. Combat, espionage, technical. For any check related. For any check. May choose any skill of the same category for a check. For any check of their choice. As long as they can justify it. If they use edge, that's reduced by 3. If they use edge, of their choice, once per operation. They use edge, they gain 2 superior. The thing with edge is that it's extremes. You get a lot of bonuses, you get a lot of problems with it. So it's like, yeah, hey, you can sub it out wherever you want. Play it risky. If you use edge, you get it. If you use edge, you get it. The problem is, if you use edge, you get it. And it's like, yeah, it's like, how do you justify, investigation and you're using words for it? You're just bullshitting. That's kind of the joke. Let's see. Edge, they may use their own, may add their own background. May remove any lethal. The Joe may remove any lethal wound once per operation. Never say die. Play it off. If the Joe would increase escalation by use of when using their edge, they instead actually adds two superiority to any combat check if they to any combat check if they are in the hunting or engaged escalation state. Yeah, you can just start using edge for it. Be like, just wing it. It's like, yeah, to believe. Doesn't matter. Just believe. Let's see. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The common man. To avoid any guard patrol, any guard patrol of guard quality D6 or worse. If they use edge to do such, they increase the superiority. They may apply it to D8. They apply it to D8 guard quality. So it's kind of like the idea, like, they're just a common guy. They can get around other common guys, like the Donut Patrol or Rent-A-Cops. If they're using Edge to do it, they can do it for two professionals. They're not really good at anything else, though. 6. Not a spy. If the Joe's disguise ever falls to D4, they immediately increase it back to D8. This doofus can't possibly be a spy. How much are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Let's see. Focuses everything they have on a single defining shot. Once per operation, they may bonus die to any firearm check of their choice. If the instantly killing the target if it hits. Like, it's just like you instantly kill it. It's like you just add a d20. It's once per operation. They add the d20 bonus die. Actually no. Once per operate. Let's see. Once per operation, they may. Mm, 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 or d6, d8, d10, d20. Actually, 4 d6, d10, d20. Edge for it, they have superiority +6. They have superiority 6, which is to say they're rolling a d20, which is pretty big. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Naked gun or top secret. Let's see. I'm trying to think of I mean no trouble. The Joe, when using an improvised melee weapon. We want to do when using an improvised melee weapon, increase the damage by +2 by +1 +2. So technically, it becomes an improvised weapon becomes one of the best weapons in the game, second only to a sword. It doesn't matter. It just becomes it's a 4/6 all of a sudden using with two 5 ticks. So yeah, it's like I mean no trouble. Actually, if using edge for the attack, increase the bonus to +2 +3. I think this is gonna be our final one. Let's see. It's your bow. Star the Joe. The Joe, when killed, removes all lethal trauma and gets back up. The Joe, when they are killed, lethal wounds into blunt wounds, being knocked unconscious until the end of the fight. Why? Because it's Miracle Star. That's all that matters. The miracle. We believe in miracles here. Don't you? Don't you believe in a miracle? The thing is, like, anyone can take any of these, so I wouldn't be surprised if someone's like, I'm gonna take Miracle Star. Why? Like, why would you want to take Miracle Star? Well, because I don't want to die. I'm like, yeah, that's understandable. One of the advantages, though, one of the big advantages, actually, say danger zone. Actually, the common man. Yeah, it's kind of the idea being like, if you're dipping your hand into Joe perks, you are doing your best, being like, you're not quite being, yeah, it's like, you know, if the Joe's disguise are false 0, immediately increase back to 8. This doofus can't possibly be a spy. That's kind of the joke almost. It's like, yeah, you're kind of being a little bit bumbling. Like, it's kind of like, these perks aren't super useful. They're just very particular. If you're playing a Joe with a D12 starting in your edge, suddenly it's like, yeah, these are pretty valuable. Again, you're just lucky, and that's all you are. You're just a lucky dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Okay, so we want to pin the header row, pin the header row. We love pinning the header row. Me no trouble. Ooh. Don't really have many perks that are like, I would say I don't have many like game changer perks, but I have a lot of just like, these are just valuable, but I want you to level up fast, so that's fine. Let's see. Versus Caps experience, exciting. Rather than long form campaigns. Played by a member of the group and go on operations to exotic locales to deal with situations. Caps works best for episodic method of play rather than long form campaign, with different locales and different areas to explore and overcome rather than deal with a single area to know easily. While saying characters can't stay in a single setting, not saying. I need to fix some of these. The most common variety, most common type, most common version of the Caps experience, as well as the most common version of the Caps experience, where a group of players get together and take the role of Midnight 13, Midnight 13's best and brightest. One player will take the role of the operations director and director, and now it's up to the squad to complete a variety of dangerous objectives and thwart international agencies of evil trying to end the world as we know it. Different locales, different areas to explore, and a single area to know. This does not mean that the agents must always travel, but You know, must always travel, but we'll explore multiple facets of a single city, or a single. We'll explore multiple different. We'll explore different locations. Must always travel. A single city has more than enough. Interesting places to visit, and probably break into. It's kind of more along the idea of being like, yeah, you can just base it entirely off a city, but you don't need to. You can go to different places. That's fine. Caps game with a single player taking the role of an agent. Obviously brings a difference in nature of play, but for every specialty, a character creation can option to play with as they go around their mission. When asking, this doesn't sound interest? No. However, it has upsides. Outside being an individual with less actions to take, means escalation does not rise quickly. Just have to find one for themselves. There's no espionage, and as it falls on the shoulders of a single person, stop international criminals and horrible plots. Agency mode. Agency mode is weird. I don't know if I want to keep agency mode. I'm gonna cut agency mode, and this isn't like I'm gonna cut agency mode because I don't want to work on it, but more like I'm gonna cut agency mode because I don't know what else to fucking do with it. Codec call. Some sort of untouchable things. Thing to many bizarre and wacky franchises. A lot of espionage shoots and ideals. A completely insane thing. Well, being its own thing. Metal Gear series fundamentally impossible to explain as it does contain man-machine biovirus super weapons. One man's determination to eat anything on the ground. Abstract MGS game is perfectly reason. The ideal situation using a solo agent game, however, the quirky boss squad's early adventures, then they are fully within their right to do such. However, I just want to integrate sheer insanity. The sheer madness of some Metal Gear Solid's bits and pieces. Caps. Some unlimited uses. As long as the agent is alive, they can use all their more obvious than this, self-oriented missions. That's augmentation. Cybernetics. Cyber legs. Integrated radio interface. Headset. Nanomachines. Like a dream. Snake eater. Yeah. I'm gonna go through here and do some double checks. If I have any, probably the void method thing, isn't it? Probably going to do some like last minute checks and double check some things there, but I do believe Caps is crisis averted, president saved by Juan Notepad Anon Garcia is done. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Caps is an interesting game. I would like to expand more on Caps. Hopefully this version is easier to understand with a lot more stuff going on. And that's half the fun. So, yeah, things are going pretty smoothly in that regard. Let's see if I got... This is very important. Let's see. I want to click on this. I want to go to my email. I did send the email to the next commissioner. We do have a commission project coming up. Let's see if he responds. Perfect. Okay, he does look like he has confirmed it. Even better. Good job, everyone. So we do have confirmation on the next project. I'll probably send him all the information for it. We'll start workshopping stuff next week. Tomorrow we are going to be working. We're going to be doing the Ferntusi. My terrible name. I'll probably give it something slightly better. But we're going to be going over some fantasy games. All the games I've got planned are pretty weird, but not like weird as in like, oh, this is some exotic bullshit. No. A lot of them are very, I would say, reliable, if that makes sense. There are games that people look at being like, this is a game that I can play with normal people. And I was pleasantly surprised by one. Kind of weirded out by one. I'm very mixed on another. But that may not be entirely its fault. It's kind of curious. That's going to be kind of a curious one to talk about. Mostly because what isn't being said about that one. And finally, we've got one which I believe is someone's cuck fetish. Yes, I think I read someone's cuck fetish novel, and I am very worried about that. That's just something I have to live with now. And I was immensely disappointed by Wildsea. Goodbye.